What's up, guys? It's Chili from O-Town with you. See if we can get this stream going. I told it to start streaming, did it not? Okay, here we are. We are up. Okay, Chili from O-Town with you. So what I was doing, getting ready to do was a little bit of practice session. So let's go over here and see if we've got. I'm going to do a testing. 1, 2, 3, and see if that's feeding in. Yeah, so it is. Good deal. So I just want to make sure that we have our chat going in, and we do. We should have audio going in as well, and it appears that we do, so we should be good to go. So we're going to look back over some hop utilizations. Over the past couple of days, we haven't been able to have a successful roll, but we are. But what I have started doing was hop betting instead of straight place bets. I do utilize some place bets, but it's more or less. I'm either using a 5 and a 9, or sometimes I'm using an iron cross. It depends on what dice set I'm throwing. So I've got a $1,000 bankroll. We're just going to get right into it. We're going to be doing a $30 ATS, which is 10, 10, 10, and a $10 pass line. So we have our ATS up. We have our $10 pass line up, and thanks to George, Andrew, maybe some of the Craps Nations for the sharing of the sheets to be able to input the ATS on the screen with my inputs as I go. Now I do have the ATS on my layout, but I'm not going to be keeping up with it over there. Give a shout out to Sam I Am for the ATS, for all the ATS bets. That was a gift from Sam I Am. He gave me these numbers and all these boxes that contains the ATS, all tall, small information. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be using the 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. We're shooting for a point to be established. First and foremost, so dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright, we got a 4, 4. It's a hard weight 8. That is an on axis primary. We list that for, let me go here, 4, 4, here. So there we go. So we have the 4, 4 inserted, and we are ready to roll. So our points are 8. What we want to do, hop bet utilizations, we're getting the 5 and 9 for 50 each, and we're going ahead and hopping all 6s and all 8s. There's 3 6s and there's 3 combinations of 6s, 3 combinations of 8s. So we're hopping each one for $5 each. I don't have a hop bet layout. I do have a hop bet layout, excuse me. I'm sorry. I have a hop bet layout right here. These are hop bets, but my chips, instead of covering all the 6s and 8s, I'm just $5 each. I mean, I can do that, but that's just a lot of extra movement. So I'm not going to put the 5 and 5. We know there's 3 5, there's 3 6s and 3 8s. There's the 3 3, the 4 2, the 5 1. There's the 4 4, the 5 3, and the 6 2. That's the 6 hot bets I'm playing for $5 each. All right, here we go. 3 2 3 6 on the 6. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. All right, we got a 6. We got a 2 4 6. 2 4 6 is an on axis single pitch. We mark that 6. Let's see. Mark the 6. All right, so we mark the 6. And essentially what that does, we we lose, so out of the $30 hops, 25 of it gets lost, 5 of it for that particular 6 pays 15 to 1, so it pays $75. 75 and basically down, but I don't want to go down. I want to take 30 of that and go right back on all 6s and 8s again, so I rack, again, I rack $50. So I want to get, my goal is to hit 3 or 4 of these different numbers on my ATS and then move over to a different set. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, so we got a 4, 6, 10. 4, 6, 10. Okay, so we lost our $30 hops. We've hit an 8 and a 10 so far, so we're going to go ahead and up a new $30 for our hot bets again, and we're going to stay with this set. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, we got a 6-5 yoke. So 6-5, this is going to be a drift. So we have an explosion left, implosion right, drift. So again, we lose our hops. We insert our yoke on our tracker. We put our hot bets back up once more. So here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Now we're playing hot bets. We're hopping all 6s and 8s. So in order for that to pay off, we have to have on axis throws. Dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. And this time we got a 2, 1, 3. So we have it on axis, but it's a double pitch. So we're not getting the numbers that we're getting numbers that's filling in on our ATS, but we're not hitting the way we need to with this die set. So we're re-upping the hot bets once again. And we're going with the same 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. Dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. And this time we got a 4, 5. We got a 5, 4, 9. So we're on axis, single pitch. Now we hit a 9 this time. So the 9 pays us 70 for the 50. We lose the hops, and it pays 70 for the 50. And this is what we're down to. We're down to only needing a 12 for the tall. So at this point, we will go ahead and swap up on our dice sets. So that 9 paid 70. So we want to now, we're going to go into something similar to, we're going to close to an iron cross. But instead of me putting the odds as a place, instead of me putting the money as a place bet, I'm just going to put them in odds for the 8. I'm going to do a $15 field and $20 on the horns. And I'm moving over to a 6-4, 6-5 dice set now, trying to hit an extreme. I need to hit this 6-6 primary. I got cross 6s. I want to hit a primary number here. So dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. And there we've got a 9. We've got a 3, 6, 9. So 6-4, 6-5 produces a single pitch. There's a 9. So we get 15 in the field. We lose 20 in the horns. So we have to up another nickel to keep our horn money rolling. So we're going to do that. So again, 6-4, 6-5 on our dice set. We're trying to pick off. We're trying to sharpshoot on this 12 midnight dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's one of our numbers. We've already got the 3, but we insert that again because we're playing horns. So, see, this is kind of a double pay. We lose 3 of the 4 horn numbers, but it pays 75 for the 1 horn number, and it pays us a 15 right here for the field. So we take $20 and go back in the horns. We rack 75 for that horn number. Now this dice set is cross 6s, so you know we're hoping to hit horn numbers with this cross 6s dice set. So that's the intent of the cross 6s, but we're actually trying to get the extremes. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And there's aces. So see, this is a primary hit for this dice set. We hit aces. So again, it pays double in the field. So it pays 30 in the field. And aces right here, this nickel pays 150. It pays 30 to 1. So it pays 150. And it stays up. So what we do, we are going to go ahead at this point and we're going to keep everything the same. We're just going to rack this money. We're racking this money. So we've got our $15 field, we've got our $20 horn, and yeah, we're looking to make an 8, but we're needing a 4 and a 5 and a 12. So we're staying with the 6, 4, 6, 5 on the dice set because we're trying to sharpshoot this midnight so we can complete the tall dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. And we got a 5, 1, 6. 5, 1, 6. Now we've got 30 on the 6. So the 30 gets paid 35. We're just going to replace our $15 field and our $20 horn. So we don't have to do any movement on money. We just insert the 6 on the tracker. All right, 6, 4, 6, 5. Dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. We got a 1, 6, 7. That was a 1, 6. So 6, 4, 6, 5. This is a double pitch. 1, 6, 7. Double pitch wiped us out. Not before we were able to pick up a little bit of a few hits here and there. Those aces was a great hit when we hit those. The 3 was a good hit when we hit it. We was playing the horns when we hit that. So we were able to pick up a few nice hits on these hops. I can't really tell you exactly. Oh yeah, I can tell you exactly where we're at. So there's 5, 6. There's our 1,000 right there. This row of red, this row of green, and the 4 blacks. We're this much in profit. I don't know. That's a quarter, 50, maybe $75 in profit. We can take a quick peek over at the stats and see what that roller did. So that roller was a total of, well, that row was 10 rows. I thought I had more than 10 rows, but apparently that's what it was. 10 rows. We needed, no, actually it'd be 11 rows once I put the 7 in. The 7 is not inserted yet. You see I needed a 4, 5, and a 12 to complete a tall, or to complete the 12 for the tall, the 4 and a 5 for the small. But yeah, there it is. That was 11 rows for the first guy. For the first shooter was 11 rows. So now I need to put that 7 in. That will change the SOR. Oh, my SOR is not yeah, my SOR is calculating. It's at 11.0. 11.0, my ATS loses. Hey, what's going on East Coast? Yeah, so I just got started. I was just doing a little practice. I'm doing $30 on my ATS, 10, 10, and 10, and I'm doing a $10 pass line. How's it going your way? Doing a little bit of hot betting. So just starting out with a pass line bet and $30 on ATS. That's the only money I have going at the moment. Dice wrap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we got a 549. 549. Our new point is a 9. I have to see. Hang on a minute. I have to change something up. Looking pretty good there. Maybe I can do. How about that? Okay, now that looks a little better. All right, so hey, that's awesome. 2 winning sessions in the last 2 days, man. That is awesome. I haven't been actually the Monday before last, but I'm trying to talk my wife into going tonight, but I don't think she's going to go. So I probably won't get a chance to go tonight. I'm going to put instead of me putting my 50 on the 9, I'm going to put it in odds. I'm doing a 50 on 5. I'm hopping all 6s for $5 each and all 8s for $5 each. I'm using the 3236 dice set, and you know, if I get this dice set doing what it's supposed to, I should net a few 6s and 8s. But I'm trying to get a few of my ATS numbers out of the way, and then I'll transition over to the cross 6s and try to get the extremes on the ATS. Dice wrap. 1, 2, 3. 1. And there's our 459 right back repeater. 459. So we got our point. We lost our $30 on our hops. But our front line pays 10 and 3 to 2 in the back. So there's our 9 and 9 back. So we hit a 9 is our point, and I don't guess I put that out there, and then we followed it with a 9. So go ahead and insert those right back to back. All right, so I have nothing working on the come out. The puck says on, but I'm not working. I'm using the 3236 for the come out again. Nothing's working but the pass line. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, we got hardway 10. So this time our right dice imploded, created a 10. So our point is a 10. Go ahead and insert that in the tracker. There's something going on, and I haven't figured that out yet. There's something going on my OBS, and I don't understand it, but I will figure it out later. When I insert a hardway, the number is supposed to be underlined on the top of my screen so that you see the number underlined. Now in my browser, in my page, where those stats are being down or being input, it shows up there for the underline. But on my OBS screen, it's on my YouTube screen itself, it doesn't show up. It's weird, I can't explain it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go back with our 5 and 9. We're hopping 6s and 8s for a nickel each. 3 6s, 3 8s. We're shooting a 3236. And this set, if you can keep it on axis, it produces 6s and 8s. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and there's one right there. 4-4, hard way 8. On axis, primary hit. Insert that, and this is what happens. We lose this quarter, but this nickel right here pays 30 to 1. That's a hot bet. That's a hot bet paying 30 to 1. So it pays 150. We replace the quarter because we're going to hop 6s and 8s again. We rack 125. Alright, so we've hit a 8, 9, and 10 on our tile. This is at the point, instead of me replacing that hot bet, I would just go ahead and tell the dealer I'm changing my place bets down to, I'm playing somewhat, not somewhat, but this is an iron cross. I'm playing the iron cross, and I'm playing horns, $5 horns, and I'm playing a $15 field with a 25, 30, and 30, and I'm changing dice set. I'm changing dice set to the cross 6s because all I need is the yoke and the 12 to complete the tall. So, you know, no need in prolonging it. Along the way here, maybe I can get some of them small numbers, or maybe I can get those extremes on the small end. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And there's a 4, 6, 10. So this is a single pitch. Our points made. So I didn't have any money on it except my pass line and my field money. So my field money gets paid, my pass line gets paid, my horn numbers are down. My puck's on off because that is my point made. Let me I want to do something. Give me just a second. I want to refresh. I have to refresh. I have to refresh that. Okay, just to get a clear picture. That's all I was doing. Okay, so I'm back in now. I'm good to go. I just needed to refresh that small camera. It's doing fine. I just wanted to refresh it. Okay, so I hit a 10. My puck shows on. So this is what I want to do. I do actually want to cut it off for my place bets, but I'm going to leave it on for my field, and I'm going to leave it on for my horns. So this is a come out roll. 6-4, 6-5. Place bets are off. The field and the horn is working. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, we got a 4-1-5. So this is a single pitch. This is a single pitch. Our new point is a 5. We lose the field, we lose the horn. We have to re-up those. So we're going to throw $35 back in to re-up our to re-up our field and our horns. We mark the 5 in the tracker. Place bets are now back on. Alright, so here we go. 6-4, 6-5 on the dice set. Cross 6s. We're trying to hit some extremes with this dice set. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now we got a 2-4-6. So 6-4, 6-5. So the right dice, I believe we have a drift here. Let's see what happened. 6-4, 6-5. So yeah, we had drift. We have both dice. 2-4-6. All right, so we hit a 6. Let's go ahead and put that in. All right, we got 30 up here, so it pays 35. 15 of it goes here, and 20 of it goes back to the horn. So we're back up. We're up. Money's up. Field money's working. Horn money's working. We're looking for some extreme numbers right here. Aces, the 3s, the yos, and the 12s. That's what this dice set is trying to produce. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And there's a 6 again. This time we got a 5, 1, 6. So again, same scenario. We hit a 6, it pays 30. 30 pays 35, so we replace the field, we replace the horn. 6, 4, 6, 5. This time we had the left dice that exploded, the right dice stayed on axis. So here we go. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And again, we got a 6 again. So 3 6s in a row. So we hit a 2, 4, 6 this time. 6, 4, 6, 5 again. This is where we had that same drift again. 6, 4, 6, 5. Both dice drifted. They did that number. Okay, here we go. Same, that 6 paid 35, so we replaced the horn, we replaced the field. Dice are up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And this time we was not fortunate. 6, 4, 6, 5, we have a double pitch. On axis double pitch, we lost our money. So bad juju. So we was doing pretty decent with the dice throwing until we changed sets. Once we changed sets, we hit a lot of 6s, which just kept breaking us even. And then we were not able to capitalize at the end and gain the yo or the 12. So our SOR now is 10.5. We're probably still in a profit because we have 500 right here. We need a 25, one green shield. That would make a green shield. So that red and that green makes 500 and that black's 500. So that's a profit that we're in right now. We've had 21 rows. We've got close to hitting an ATS. We have not hit it yet, but this is what we're doing. $10 on the pass line, 10, 10, 10 on ATS. Now, what we could be doing with this hops, if we can start dialing in some of these throws a little better and start hitting the on axis throws a little more consistent, we can start increasing some of our bets. But no need to worry right now. We're just practicing. So here we go, dice wrap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this time we got a 6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 8 is an off axis explosion of both dice. We hit an 8. Alright, so this is what we do. 50 on the 5, 50 on the 9, $30. Hopping all 6s and 8s, $5 each. We're shooting a 3, 2, 3, 6 set. Looking for hard 6s and hard 8s preferably. But any 6 and 8 is good. Nice wrap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We got ace deuce. So the left dice imploded, the right dice exploded, so we have a drift. We lost our $30 on our hops. We're off axis. So this kind of stings a little bit if you can't keep the dice on axis. You know, while you're shooting for the ATS, you're trying to shoot on the axis. Well, let me say it this way. I'm playing this particular betting strategy. I'm trying to hit on axis shots. The ATS really has nothing to do with being on axis. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And there's a 12. And again, this is an off-axis shot. The right dice exploded. No, wait a minute. The left dice exploded actually. So we have no money on the 12. It helps to push our ATS, but it's not helping our money situation. So let's re-up the $30 hops. We're going for the 3236 dice set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 12 again. Midnight back to back. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm not shooting this dice set. This is frustrating. You know, when I'm not shooting that dice set and I'm hitting these numbers, and then I turn around and start shooting that dice set and can't get these numbers. All right, I'm re-upping my $30 hops. And we're doing this again. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. 1. All right, 6, 5, yo. So this time we have a 5, 6 yo. So this is a double pitch, yo. So now we're into a situation that we are just steadily burning up $30 a lick, $30 lick hits because we cannot hit an on-axis hit. We're going to re-up it and keep shooting because we didn't have to swap sets to get to our extremes. We need the 9 and the 10 now to complete the tall. So this dice set should produce a 9 and possibly a 10. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And there's the 9 right there. So we got a 639. 639. We got 50 on it. It pays 70, but it pays 70, and this goes away. So let's take a look. What happens now? We've hit our 9. Now, we've got a $10. We've got a $10 all out there that's worth at least $350 according to this payout. This payout pays 35 to 1. So if we can get a 10, we're netting $350. So we can buy some insurance right here. We can buy some insurance. Now what we want to do, we're going to stay with our hops because we're trying to get the 10. But we still need several of the small numbers. But what we would want to do, we might want to go ahead and pay $200 and lay the 10. Lay the 10, because if we hit the 10, we're going to lose this $200, but we're going to get a $350 plus 10. We're going to get 35 for 1. We're going to get $350, so we're going to make $150. But by laying this 10, if we hit the 7, we're going to make $100. So we're guaranteeing ourselves a profit by laying the 10. We're hopping the 6s and 8s. We're laying the 10. We've got 50 on the 5, 50 on the 9, and we're looking to hit an 8. Yeah, so there we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. We're staying with the 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. That's why I like to go with the $10 ATS, because it gives you an opportunity, if you're needing one number, to go ahead and lock in some type of profit. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3, 1. And there's a 7. So there's a double pitch right off. So we lose these here, but that right there pays us $100 for a $5 video. Plus we get our $200 back, and that vig goes to the house. And most of the time they would have charged me that vig up front. So I made $100, made $95 off of laying that 10. But overall, I'm kind of doing a little poor. There's 500, 600, 700, 800, 850, 875. There's 900, $910. So I'm $90 in the hole. $90 in the hole after 27 rows. Nope, actually that's going to be 28 rows because I got to put that 7 in. And my SOR is 9.3. So I've had some opportunities. That hand alone cost me a lot of money due to the fact that I could not hit anything on axis. If you look at the top of the screen, like the last 6 rows, I hit a 3, a 12, a 12, 11. So them 4 rows right there cost me 120 on the hops. The 8 cost me, the 8 didn't really cost me. That was a come out point. That was a come out row. The 9 didn't cost me 8, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, I needed the 10. I hit the 7. Okay. So the 9 didn't cost me because I had money bet on the 9. So I made money off the 9. But the 3, the 12, the 12, and the yo, them 4 numbers in a row was $30 hops bets, and I hit nothing. So that's basically about the difference where I'm at right now. All right, so let's do it again. We're doing a $30 ATS, which is 10, 10, 10. We're doing a $10 pass line. Money's up. Bets are up. Dice are out. So here we go. We're going with the 3, 2, 3, 6 set. This is just the standard set to come out with. Once I can get down in the hand a few rows, sometimes I'll change over to the 6, 4, 6, 5. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, that's a come out 7. Double pitch. Double pitch, come out 7. ATS loses. ATS loses. Come out 7. We win 20 on the front line, but we have to re-up 30, so we just give the dealer 20, and we're back up on ATS. Try this again. 3, 2, 3, 6, double pitch that time. I'm going to try to get rid of this double pitch. Dice are up. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, this time we got a 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. The blue dice is the left. 2, 3, 5. This is an on axis single pitch. 5. All right. So this time, $50 in odds. $50 on the 9. $5 for every hop on the 6s. 5 for every 8. That's $30. And we're going to stick with the 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 1. And there's a 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. So we hit our point. We lost our hops. Put our 5 in. That's a front line winner. It pays 10 on the front. Pays 75 on the back. Pays 3 for every 2. We got 50 bets. Pays us 75. We lose these. All right, we take our dice back. Our poke is now off. We go ahead and lay our money out there. We're not on, but we're going to go ahead and put our money out there. 3, 2 on 3, 6. 3, 2 and 3, 6 on the set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, this time we got a 4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. So we are, our opponent's going to be a 9. We are putting our odds. We're putting our $50 instead of on a place bet. We're putting it on the odds. We're popping 6s and 8s. And we're staying with the 3, 2, 3, 6 set. We want to hopefully get a few hits, preferably inside hits with this dice set. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. And no luck. No luck. We have a 6, 1, 7. So wiped us out. It wiped us out. That was the shortest roll we've had today. All right. That's an ATS killer. That's a $10 back up here. We're going back with the ATS for 10, 10, 10. Here we go. We have to put that 7 in, and that took our SOR down to 8.3. We have to do some better than this. We have to get better than this. We can do better than this. We can do better than this. So here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. That's right. We got a 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. Hook goes to a 5. Our new point is a 5 again. We're putting 50 on the 9. We're putting 50 on the odds on the 5, and we're popping 6s and 8s for $5 each. We're shooting with a 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice. And we got a, I don't know if I got a 5-1 or a 1-5. I can't remember. I think I got a 5-1. 5-1 on axis primary hit. That's a 6. It pays us 75. It pays us 80 and down. But we don't want to go 80 and down. We're going to leave the 30 up for hopping 6s and 8s. We're going to collect 50. Put the 6 in the tracker. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice. 3. And we got a 6-5 yoke. 6-5 yoke. We insert the yoke. We lost our $30 hops. We're going to replace them. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice. 1, 2, 3. All right, we got a 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5. So we hit our point. We lost our hops. We lost our hops. We hit our point. So it does this. It pays us 10 on the front and 3 for every 2 on the back. We're up there and we're off. We're off. All right, here we go. So what we're trying to accomplish here is get some of the ATS numbers covered by way of inside, by way of 3V, and then we're trying to swap over to the cross 6s to finish off all tall small. We're not working any point on, we're not working anything on the come up. That's right. We've got a hardway 6. Just when we're not working anything, we hit a primary. We hit a primary. 6 is our new number. 3, 3. And same thing. We're hopping 6s and 8s for nickel each. Hopping all 6s and 8s for nickel each. That's right. And there's a 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5. So we win 70. We replaced 30 on our hops, so we're going to rack 40. And this is kind of just maybe, if it starts to hit, we can start pressing, but this has not really been, it's not really been hitting. It's not hit enough. It's hit a few times, but the earlier when I had a bunch of homer numbers that come back to back to back, it wiped out my hops, so it was hitting me for 30 at a pop over there on hops. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3, 1. And here we go. 4-3 double pitch. 7 out. This just sucks. Double pitch. I don't know what else to do. I've had a string of bad rolls for 3 days in a row now. Haven't been able to get past these bad rolls. That 7 just took my SOR down to 8.0. We're re-upping the 10-10-10 on ATS. We're re-upping the pass line. I'm about to the point of I'm going to go in here to all my CN dice, and I'm going to get me a new set of 2 blues, 2 blacks, and 2 reds, just to not wear. Trying to keep these from wearing too much at once. You know, trying not to wear out all the good ones, or not trying to wear out one pair of 6, and then. So here I'm going with them 2 dice right here. So here we go. We're starting this again. 3-2, 3-6 on the set. Going back up just a little bit, just like I was at the 1.5 position on the table. Dice roll. 1. All right, so this time we got a 2-4-6. 2-4-6. That's our new point, is a 6. Did that go in? Don't appear to have one in. Why is that not reading? Okay, now it went in. For whatever reason, it wasn't going in. Okay, here we go. So my point's a 6. I'm going to do 50 on the 5, 50 on the 9. I'm hopping all 6s and 8s for a nickel each. 3-2, 3-6 on the set. Dice roll. That's no good. We get a 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. That takes our hops back to these extremes. So we'll put 50 up for our hops again. We get a return of 20. So we're hopping 6s and 8s for 5 each. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. And this is just terrible. 6.7. So nothing works. Nothing works, nothing works, nothing works. SOR is steadily going down. It doesn't really matter at this point how you would bet. I don't remember having to come out. Yeah, I had to come out 7. I don't think at this point it really matters how you bet. If you cannot shoot, I'm not going to get into if you can shoot, you can't win, because you can. There's $500. Go ahead and get green for those. So I'm roughly about 500 down. I think I'm, if you want to be exact, I'm 480 down. Because I had this 20 plus that 500. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go 10 10 10 on ATS, $10 front line, and we are coming out right here. We're coming out. 3236 on the seat. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Box cars. So that didn't work out so great. 6-6 on the come out, box cars. So we have to re-up our $10 pass line. Get 15 and change. Alright, we're coming out again. 3236. Dice roll. And we got a front line 7. So that's a $10 winner and a $20 more loser because we have to re-up ATS for 10 10 10. So come out 7s are no good. That's a double pitch. That takes the ATS away. So here we go. 3236 on the dice 7. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. Come out 7. 3236. Left dice imploded. Right dice stayed on the axis. So we win 10. And we have to re-up 30. So we just give the bigger 20. And it puts our ATS back up. Come out 7. Second come out 7. Third come out 7. That's 2 of them back to back. 3236. Dice. So this time we got a 2 1 3. 3 2 3 6. We got a 2 1 3. So this is a double pitch on axis. A double pitch. So we hit a 3. We lost our front line again. So we'll get to re-up it. So this is just steadily going negative, 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 negative. So we're just steadily going backwards and backwards here. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. 3 2 3 6. We get a right dice implosion and get a come out 7. A come out 7, so that's a total loss of 20 because we gained 10 here, but we have to re-up our ATS, so we put 20, get the bigger 20, and it puts our ATS back up. Let's come out 7. It's another come out 7. 3 2 3 6. Can't find the sweet spot on this table. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. Come out 7. Again. 3 2 3 6. The right dice imploded again. So again, that's a net loss of $20. Because we win 10 on the front line, we lose 20 for the ATS to be re-upped. We have to put this 30 back up for ATS. So this is deadly, just garbage. Straight doo-doo garbage. Dice route. 1, 2, 3. Can you believe this? 3, 2, 2, 5, 7. Come out 7 again. This is just straight garbage, garbage, garbage. These come out 7s are killing me. SRR is 4.2 because of these 6 come out 7s. You have to be kidding me. Something is not functioning properly, and what it is, I do not know. 2, 6, 8. So we finally got an on-axis primary hit. We finally got something beside a Crouch number or a come out 7. And that was an on-axis hit. So now we get to put some money up. We're going to start with the inside. We're hopping 6s and 8s. And we are ready to go. We're hopping 6s and 8s. Dice route. 1, 3. Alright, so we got a 5, 3, 8. This is a single pitch 8. So we hit our 8. So that pays the front line 10. This is down, but it pays 80 and down. The $5 pays 80 and down. So we cut this off. We finally got to rack some money. Finally. And we are back on, we're back out again. Dice are out. Dice are out. 2, 3. Alright, we got a 4, 6, 10. 4, 6. 3, 2, 3, 6, and that's a 4, 6, 10. This is an on-axis single pitch. We hit a 10, so our new point's a 10. Alright, so we're hopping 6s and 8s. We've got our inside covered. We don't have our outside covered. So what we want to do, we want to try to get another hit on our 6s and 8s, on our insides, to go ahead and cover the outsides. If we can get us one more inside hit. Dice route. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. That's our point made. We lost our 30. We wanted one more inside hit before we spread to the outside, but we didn't get it. So we insert our 10. We made our point. We are ready to move on to our next point. So we're not working the come outs. Dice route. 2, 1, 3. So that's a 3. We lost a $10 front line. We got that. Crouch number 2, 1, 3. That was an on-axis and double pitch. Actually, it was an on-axis. Yeah, it was a double pitch. 2, 1, 3. Dice route. 1, 2. 5, 1, 6. This is an on-axis primary hit. 5, 1, 6. So we hit our 6. So we've got our inside, we're covering our inside by way of 5 and 9 is covered on the place bets. We're hopping 6s and 8s. We don't, if we can get another inside hit, we're going to spread to the outside, but we haven't got the second inside hit that we're looking for in order to go to the outside. So nice route. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 5-4-9. There will be a single pitch on axis, single pitch, 5-4-9. So that pays 50. I mean, that pays 70. But we re-up our $30 there, so we only take 40. There's 20. There's 20. There's 40 and 40. So I said we was going to spread to the outside if we could get one more inside hit. So we put our 9 in the tracker. We've hit 8, 9, and 10. We need 11 and 12. We're going to play this. We're going to play this one out for another roll or two because we need, since we went to the outside, we need one more inside hit, preferably a hard way 6. Would be what I really want to hit. That's right. 1, 2, 3. There's an easy 6. That's the on axis primary hit, 5-1-6. So it pays the front line, and right here it pays 80 and down. There's 80 and down for the on axis primary hit. All right, so we hit our number. We got our money here, and this is what we're going to do. We are on the new come out. We need extremes, the 11 and the 12. So no place bets are going to be working on this road. We're just going to go ahead and do a field and the $20 horn. $20 horns and a $15 field. And we're going to move on over to the 6-4-6-5 dice set. We're looking for extreme numbers. Dice sort out. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 3-2-5. So we didn't get our extremes. We didn't get our extremes. We got a new point established. We lost our home. We lost our field. So that's the worst case scenario. But we hit a 5. So our new point's a 5. So what we're going to do, we would normally play in the iron cross right here. But I don't have to put the iron cross money on the 5 for a quarter. I'm just going to put it $20. I'm going to put $30 in odds right there. And I'm shooting the 6-4-6-5. Now I could go ahead and pull this 4 and that 10 down because I'm playing the iron cross. Actually, I don't have this, don't supposed to have that 9 up either. So I'm only playing the 5, 6, and 9, but so I really don't even need that 20 up. That's just, you know, I mean, it can stay up, but it don't have to. Dice right out. 6-4-6-5. Dice right. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 4-4. There's a hard 8. It's not doing us no good this rip because we're shooting for horns and field numbers now. The hard 8, the 30 pays 35. But the 30 pays 35, but we're going to replace the 15 here and the 20 there. 6-4-6-5. So the right dice exploded. Dice roll. 6-4-10. 6-4-6-5. Our point is a 10. Didn't really help us much. cost us to lose $5 more because we lost the $20 horn, but we won $15 in the field. So we give the dealer 5 and replace our $20 horns. 6465. So again, the right dice exploded. Dice route. Oh, that's a short row. I'll probably get in trouble at the casino for that one. They would probably get on to me big time because that one hit right here and died. Our point, we hit an 8. So we hit an 8. So same scenario. That 30 pays 35, but we have to replace our 15 on our field and our $20 horn. I'm shooting for the 6465 again. Dice roll. And there's a 10 again. So 6465, we hit a single pitch on axis here. So again, we have to drop the dealer a nickel to stay going. Now earlier, when I took that 20 off the 4 and 20 off the 10 that was already built up, I could have left it there. I'd be just doubling up right here, but since I've already took it down, I'm going to need another hit now. I'm going to need an extreme hit in order to put those outsides back up. So I'm going to need an ace deuce, 11 or 12. And this set's supposed to be producing those numbers. Dice route. And there's an 8 again. So it's pretty much the same scenario. I think I hit an 8 and a 10, and an 8 and a 10, and that time was an 8. I hit a 10, an 8, a 10, and an 8. I actually hit a hard 8, then I hit a 10, then I hit an 8, then I hit a 10, then I hit a hard 8. I mean, another 8. So 6465. So it does the same thing. The 8 pays 35. So I'll leave 15 there and $20 on the horn. Dice route. And there's aces. So this dice set finally produced like it should. We hit an on axis, a primary hit. So this is a good case scenario. It pays double in the field, and it pays 30 to 1 in the horns. $5 gets paid 150. Pays 30 to 1 and up, or 30 to 1 and down, however you want to call it. But I'm just going to leave my 20 in my horn bets up. I'm going to rack everything else. And I get to notch off another digit off of my ATS. So there we go. So that's set. Now, since I was able to pay it, I'm going to go ahead, as I said, once I had a horn number to hit, I would go ahead and get them extremes. So I'm going to I'd go ahead and buy the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the 4 and 10. I'm still shooting for 6465. Dice round. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 4, 6, 10. So this is an on axis single pitch, 6, 4, 10. So we lost our horns, but we win 15 here. And for $1, we win 50. So we win 49. So we win 49 for that $25 10, but I want to read up my horn, so I'm just going to take 29. And that will keep it even. I take 29. My 4 and 10 is still up. I push the 10 into the tracker. And we only need a 4. I just noticed that. We only need a 4 to complete a small. So here's an opportunity. I didn't notice that a while ago. I could go ahead and buy the 4 for 200 and guarantee lock up a profit. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that 25 down. I'm gonna buy the 4 for 200. They're gonna make me pay the. I'm not gonna pay the big unless I, because if I somehow was to hit the 12, I might change that. I mean the 6465. If I'm somehow to hit the tall, 6465. But I want to go ahead and guarantee a profit. That's why I go ahead and go 10, 10, and 10 on ATS. Now, that's right. 1, 2, 3. And there's the 257. So I did that at the right time because I bought that forward to guarantee a profit. Now I don't know how much of a profit I guaranteed because I just lost a lot on the board. So I lost a lot on the board, but I actually was able to, I laid the forward for 200, I hit a 7, so it pays me 100 for $5. That kind of sucks, you know, because I only needed a 4. That really would have put me back into pretty good standings. That would have put me back into pretty good standings, but it didn't come through. So it is what it is. Can't change the outcome of what happens. You can only roll and hope it passes through. So I dropped my SOR. I actually improved my SOR a little bit from earlier, from all those dang ugly come out 7s. Them come out 7s have really lost a lot of money for me. So let's see where we stand. We need $25. So that 25, that makes 500. That's 600. So we look like we're at 634. So we're down, what, 370? We was down 480 earlier. That row right there was, you know, actually netted a little bit of profit. So we can do this again. We're going $30 ATS, $10 front line, and dice are out. Dice are out. All right, we're starting out with a 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we got a 3, 2, 3, 6. We hit a 5, 1 on axis primary hit. So our puck now goes to 6. So our new point is a 6. Let's go over, take a moment to look at our stats. So we are 67 rows into this. We've not hit a 4 out of 67 rows. Wow, no 4 all day out of 67 rows. That is sick. No 4. Wow, I've never shot that many rows and not hit a 6. Wow, okay, well, our 6 and our 8 are still, the 10's tied with the 8, but overall our 6 and our 8 is leading the pack. And a lot of those 6s and 8s have come when we were shooting with the other dice set. That's not the greatest of because we wasn't shooting for that. So here we're shooting the 3, 2, 3, 6. So we will be utilizing the hop bits here. We're hopping all 6s and 8s. We've got 50 on the 5, 50 on the 9. So we could be doing this in a manner of just like we were place betting, how we were increasing our bets. But we have to have some hits on this. There's a yo. So our left dice, this is a drift, explosion, implosion. So the drift on both dice, drift. So that was a very bad thing. I'm not going to say very bad. We lost a $30 hop. So we're going to re-up our $30 on our hops. we notched the yo on our ATS. Dice route. So 549, 32, 36. This is a single pitch, 549. So it pays us 70, but we're gonna re-up this 30, so we get a $40 in change. So we get $40. We mark a 9 on our ATS. So we've hit a what? We've hit a 9. Why is the 6 not in there? We had a 6. We had a yo, then we had a 9. Okay, there it is. Now it's in there. Forgot to put the 6 in there, but I turned the puck over. All right, there we go. So we're up. We're going to shoot this dice set one more time. If we can get one more inside hit, we're going to spread to the outside. Dice route. And there's a 369. So that's a single pitch again. We hit our 9 again. So it pays the same way. It gives us a $40 profit. It gives us 70, but we're going to re-up our $30 here. So we got $40 profit. So we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and get that 4 and that 10 for quarters each. Put the 9 in our tracker. And we're going to shoot the same set, 3, 2, 3, 6. We're actually trying to get a few more inside numbers notched on our all tall small before we would actually try to change sets. Dice route. 2, 3. And there's a 12. That's not an inside number. That we lost our $30 here, so we're going to re-up our hops. We're re-upping our hop bits for 30. And we're going with the 3, 2, 3, 6 set again. Dice route. There's a 415. So this is a single pitch on axis. Single pitch. So we made a 5. We got to notch one more of our numbers on ATS. We win 50 here. I mean, we win 70 for this 50, but we have to replace 30 of it there. So we take a profit. We take a collect 40. All right, here we go. So again, we're still trying to hit some inside numbers because we still need an 8 and a 10, 8 or a 10. For an 8 and a 10 for a small, for a tall, but an 8 or a 10 would give us some hedging opportunity. And there's a 9 again. So 3, 2, 3, 6. Produces a 549, which is an on axis single pitch. We get another 9. So same scenario, we collect 40. This 9 pays 70, but we replace $30 hops. So we're collecting 40. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. And this set's supposed to yield 6s and 8s. We cannot get this 8. Dice route. And we didn't get the 8. That was a short throw. It landed short. It rolled to the wall and took too many bounces. That's a 7 out. Ouch! Right when we were in a position to net some gains right there, we come out with a double pitch 7. So we are not doing very good at all today. We're in a loss. We're going back with this ATS for 10, 10, and 10. We cannot get these dice to cooperate, but we've having a better time today than we've had in the past few days, because the past few days we've had a lot of complications, and it's caused a lot of frustration. So here we go. Three, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice are out. 4, 5, 9. Right dice imploded. Our points are 9. We're going 50 on the 5. We're going 50 in odds. We're hopping 6s and 8s for a nickel each. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the dice set. Dice are 6, 4, 10. Our left dice exploded, created a 10. We lost our hops. We'll replace our hops. Dice are out. 3, 2. 3, 6. Dice are out. Aces. This is no good. This is a left dice implosion. We get aces. This is no good. This is no good. Replace our hot bits. Can't get the dice on axis. In order to play this strategy, we have to be hitting on axis hits. We're not getting those today. We are not getting on axis hits. Dice roll. We got a double pitch that time. Cost all our money. So this just really absolutely sucks. 4, 3, 7. Double pitch. Absolutely sucks. So we got our SOR going back up, and then we kill it. So I'm trying to play with some hot bets to try to complete an ATS, but it's just not working out. I cannot get the dice to stay on axis, and I haven't been able to swap sets in a long time, so that tells me I have not hit a lot of my ATS numbers, because once I get some of my ATS numbers, let's try it again. We're going for it again. I'm going to have to cut this air conditioner on, so excuse me. Sorry for the noise. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. Coming out. Coming out. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the dice. Dice are out. One, 4, 5. Left dice imploded. 1, 4, 5. Midpoint is 5. We're going to get some change for the black. We're putting 50 on the 5 and 50 on the 9. We're hopping 6s and 8s. Now we have to make this roll count because we're getting low on the chips. We really have to get in there on this roll. Nice roll. 4, 4, hardway 8. So we have a primary here. Primary here. That's a 4, 4, hard 8. Alright, so what it does, it pays 150 basically pays 155 and down, but I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to leave 30 of it up, and I'm going to rack 1 1/4. Three two, 3 6. Nice small. There's a dope beach. So right away, drive our SOR down. But that wasn't a total loss, because we did net a 125 from this, but it is a big loss because there's 140 plus the $30 ATS, so that's 170, and we was only able to rack 125, so that was a $40 loss. But that shooter wasn't terrible. It did hit one hard 8 while shooting with that 8. This is just an overall terrible week. I have not been able to get anything going in these dice. 25, 30 on the ATS, which is 10, 10, and 10 ATS. $10 front line. Here we go. 3 2, 3 6. Come out 7. Win 10. We have to re-up our ATS. 10, 10, 10. Come out 7. The right dice is loaded. 3 2 3 6. Now, this time we got a 6 2 8. Right dice exploded, left dice exploded. Get an 8. 20 is an 8. Get some change again. We're putting 50 on the 9, we're putting 50 on the 5, we're hopping 6s, we're hopping 8s, and here we go. We gotta make these rows count. No chills. Nice one. Three 1 4. On axis single pitch. That hurts because we didn't. We have to re-up our AT. We have to re-up our. And that is going to be our first 4, if I'm not mistaken, of the day. After 84 rows. We re-up our hops. $6 4 10. 6 4 10. Again, that hurts because we have no money on the 6 or 4 or the 10. Now we don't even have enough money to continue hopping. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get another $1,000 bankroll from the bank, and we're going to. Hop our 6s and 8s, 20 each. So we're back up on our hops. We're staying with the 3 2, the 3 6. this same thing down. We're driving this SOR down. That was not 270, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened here. Okay. 86 rows. SOR of 8.6. We're getting smoked. Getting smoked. The dice will not behave any kind of which way we want them to. They will not. They just refuse. They just refuse. The dice refuse to behave. $10 pass line, $30 BTS, 10, 10, and 10. Dice refuse to cooperate. Three, two, three, six, 1, 7. On axis single pitch. New points 8. We'll go ahead and get $200 worth of greens. We're going to 5, we're going to 9, we're going to 4, we're going to 10, and we're hopping 6s and 8s. 30 each. 3, 2, 3, 6. Pleasure. 2, 3, 5. This is an on-axis single pitch. Get a 5. We collect 40. We collect 70 on the 50, but we want to re-up our 30. So we collect 40. 3, 2, 3, 6. Place. 2, 2, hard way 4. So we hit a 4. One dice is off axis in order to create the 4. But it pays us 49. We're going to leave 30 up, so it gives us pays us 49. We're going to leave 30 up. It gives us 19. Is that right? If that's right, I think I did something wrong. Maybe I didn't do something wrong. Earlier I thought I did that and I gave myself 29. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. The hot bets are returned. The hot bets are back up. Still up across the board. The right dice exploded that time. That's right. We got a 415. So again, it pays 30. No, it pays 40. It pays 70, but I'm going to leave this 30 up. So on that's a single pitch. Off the 5. So here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. That's right. Three, 3, hard way 6. So we hit the 3, 3 hard way on axis primary hit. So right here it pays us 150 and the 5. We're going to leave the $30 hops up. We're going to rack up 1 1/4. And we need the extremes. So we are going to go ahead and take our $30 hot bets now. We're going to remove our 8 and our 9. We're going to remove our 5 and we're going to take money away. We're going to put a quarter on the 8 instead of having it on place. We're going to put 30 on the 6. We're getting a $15 field. And we're playing a $20 horn. We're leaving the 4 and 10 money buy bets up. We're moving over to a 6, 4, 6, 5. We need the extremes. We need the 2 and the 3. Hopefully along the way we can get the 11 and 12. Pleasure. There's a 516. 516 pays, the 30 pays 35, so it replenishes our field and our home. 6465. That's right. And we got a yoke. That dice is on the back wall, but it's going to be a yo. It's on the back wall just like that. This dice is on the 6. So that's going to be a yo. So there's a 6-5 yo. That's an on axis. Single pitch, 6-5 yo. That pays 80 and down. Here it pays 80 and down for the horn. And it pays 15 in the field. So we replace our $20 horn. We rack 75. We notch the yo and the tall. So this is one step closer to getting some of the tall figures. We get a 516. So that's left dice. What did it do? Explode. Left dice exploded. 516. Maybe it's a good thing it exploded. If not, it might have been up on another pitch. So 6465. The 30 pays 35. We just replenish our field and our horns. Nice round. And 156. So this is a single pitch, 6465. Single pitch, we hit the 6 again. So the 35 replenishes our field, replenishes our horns. Nice round. Six, 4, 10. No, 4, 6, 10. This is an on axis single pitch. Alright, so we lose our horn. We get paid 15 here. We get 15 in the field and we get 49 on the 10. Actually, we get 50 for $1. So we throw $1 up, we get 50 with the 10. So what we're going to do is replace our horns for 20. And we mark our 10 on the top. We're still shooting with the 6-4, 6-5 set. Nice. 4, 3, 7. our right dice exploded. 6-4, 6-5 stayed on. The right dice exploded, created a 7. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Can't get this going like we want it. I don't know how that SOR has done no better than this 9.6. We must have really drove it down. So 97 rows. We have not been able to complete a tall, small, or anything. We've had a couple opportunities to need only like one number, but we have not completed it yet. And I say yet because it's not over. It's possible that we can get it. We're going back with our $30 ATS. We're going back with a $10 pass line. We're going to start this row out. Our $20 horns are down. Here we go. Red and blue, blue and red. Here we go. 3-2. 3-6 on the set. Dice around. Four, 6, 10. Single pitch. Our opponent's a 10. Our opponent's a 10. Alright, we're going to get some bits on it. $50 5, $50 9, $30 on the hops. We're putting a quarter on odds and a quarter on the full. All right, here we go. 3-2, 3-6 on the set. Dice. $415. Single pitch, $415, it pays 50. No, it pays 70. It pays 70, we lose 30, so we have to, we gain 40. We gain 40. Or we rack 40, we say that we didn't gain anything, we're still going to play, we racked 40. 3-2. 3-6. Nice one. Double pitch. This is a killer. SOR 8.3. This really sucks. This is really, really, really sucks. We are struggling to make it. We are struggling terribly. $30 ATS, $10 pass line. You know, this would be the kind of times that make you give. Been in a slump all week. Shoot, this is the kind of times that makes me want to give this up. That's right. 426. Right dice exploded. We're getting the 4, we're getting the 5, we're getting the 10, getting some change. $30 on our ATS, I mean on our $30 hops. New points is 6, I didn't put it in. That's right. Alright, we hit a 246 this time. 246. So that's an on-axis single pitch. Pays 80 and down here. And the front line pays 10. So we made our 6. We made our point. I guess the old saying, sun shines on every squirrel finds a nut eventually. Alright, so no place bets are working. 3236 is our set. Nice. Two five, come out 7. Re-up our ATS. Re-up our ATS because another come out 7 just now clear our ATS. Even though it wasn't one number, the 6 is still a it is still 20 extra bucks you have to come off of because that right dice imploded. That's right. 325. So our points are 5. Right dice exploded that time. We're putting our $50 in odds right here instead of place bets. We're hopping all 6s and 8s. New points are 5. New point is a 5. So the right dice exploded that time. Nice enough. $314. So the 314, we lose our hops, but we win 50 for 1 here. Roll the dollar, pays us 50 for 1. We re-up our 20. So we re-up our 30, so we basically only take 20 bucks. Actually, we only take 19. But we notched the 4. 3236. We're hopping the 6s. We're hopping the 8s. Place bets on the 9, odds on the 5, we buy on the 4 and the 10, nice route. $358. Right dice imploded again. 358. Pays 80 and down. We re-up 30 of it, so we rack 50. Mark our 8. 3236 on our set. Nice one out. Yo. So that's a drift. We have no money working for the yoke and just lose $30 hops. We up our $30 hops. Two, 3, 6 on a dice set. Nice one. 145. So we made our 5. Front line pays 10. It pays 30. It pays 3 for 2 in the back. We lose our $30 hops. 6 off. We'll mark our 5. And we're not working. Two, 6. Nice route. Aces, aces, aces. That's not the terriblest thing, but that is a frontline loser, and it's an off-axis left dice implosion. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice roll. Two, 4, 6. On axis, single pitch. We hit a 6. So our new point's a 6. We need a 3 to complete a small. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll play a variation. It's not actually a variation. It is the iron cross. We're going to put a quarter on odds instead of putting it out there. We're playing a horn. $20 horn. Iron cross. We bought the 4 and 10 and we got a field working. We're going to be using the 6-4. 6-5 dice set. We're trying to net the 3 to get this small. Now, will the dice cooperate and stay on axis? That's right. They will not. 6-4, 6-5. Oh yeah, they stayed on axis. They double pitched. Wipes the screen. Boom. What else I guess did we expect? SOR is an 8.5. This is really ridiculous. Really ridiculous. There's 100. I'm going to get some change for that 100. Alright, so there's 100. I'm going to take change. Really ridiculous. This is ridiculous. $10 on the pass, we're going $15 field bet, and we're going $20 home. We're going 6-4, 6-5 from the start. We're going cross 6s from the come out. Try to go ahead and net some of these aces and 12s right away. Nice one. There's aces. Primary hit. Boom. We lose here. No problem. We win here. So all that's lost. This $5 pays 15. So we'll pay 75. Down. That's what we get paid. 75 down. 2 for 1 here. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our pass line back up. We'll put our horn back up. We're going to wrap these D books. We'll mark aces in the tracker. And we're going to see if we cannot continue that. So 6-4, 6-5. That's right. Five, 4, 9. That is a 5. 5, 4, 9. So our points are 549. We lose our horn, we win our field. So we have to, with our $15 field and our $5, we get our horn back. We got our horn working, we got our field working. We need to play our iron cross. Right there. There we go. Put our 9 in the track. 4 points of 9. Six, 4, 6, 5 is what we're shooting for because we're still shooting for horn numbers. 20 field numbers. 20 fields. That's right. Two, 6, 8. Left dice imploded. Left dice imploded. Our 8 pays 35. That replaces our field and our horn. 6, 4, 6, 5. That's right. We got a hard way forward. Dealer will probably get our butts right here. We didn't hit the back wall. $15 in the field. We lose 20 on the horn, so we rig up our horn by dropping the nickel. Put our 4 in the tracker, and we're set. 6, 4, 6, 5. Alright, there's a 2, 1, 3, so the dice are finally cooperated to a degree. I'm not going to say a lot, but that's an extreme number. That's what we're trying to hit here. So again, it pays us 80 and down here, and it pays us 15 in the field. So we take our 20, read up our horn, we rack 75, we notched another number in our field. 6, 4, 6, 5. Nice. I mean, we notch another number in our horn. Our ATS. I'll say it right in a minute. We notch a number in our ATS. Nice. 4, 2, 6. 6. We mark the 6. So now all we need is a 5. 6, 4, 6, 5 on the dice set. We lose our horn. We lose our field. But the quarter pays us 35. So what do we do here? We can keep shooting this same set. We can go ahead and secure a win by buying the 5. No, laying the 5. It's going to pay 2 for every 3 we bet. So if we bet 150, it's going to pay us 100. If we lay 150, it's going to pay us 100. Win 95. We'd actually lock up a $95 win. But if we hit the 5, we're going to lose this 150 and collect 350, so we're going to make 200. So that's not quite the number. What about if we do, for every 3 we bet, we get 2 back. So what about if we do 2 1/4? We would win. We win 150 if we lay 2 1/4. We win 150. So 2 1/4. We win 150 minus the $7 big, so we win 143. But if we hit the 5, we're going to win 350 minus the 2 1/4. So we're going to still win 1 1/4. 1, 2, and 3. That's kind of high too. We have to know these things. So this is what we're going to do. We're not even going to lay it at all. We're just going to shoot the 6-4-6-5 again. We're going to try to get some extremes. The sixes, the yos, the midnights, and the yos. Hopefully down the road, we can somehow get to 5. That's right. And there's the bad for decision, because we should have locked up a profit. So 6-4-6-5, our 6-4 exploded, no, imploded, and our 6-5 stayed on axis, but our 6-4 dice imploded, created a 7. There was a poor decision, because we didn't want to lock up, we didn't want to lose on hitting the 5, so we didn't hit anything. Poor decision. Poor decision. So we had the 10 out here, and we had the 10 out here, and this is for hedging opportunities, and we had the opportunity, and we didn't take it. That's what we did. 7 out. All right, so this has been horrendous. This has been horrendous. 8.4 SOR after 118 rows. This is horrendous. $30 on the ATS, 10, 10, and 10. $10 on the pass line. We're going with the $15 field and a $20 home run. We're going to shoot for the 6-4-6-5. Come out again. See if we can get ourselves back into a position to hedge. It was a poor decision. Two, 1, 3. So 6-4-6-5, 2, 1, 3. We have the left dice that imploded again, but it pays 80 and down right here. And it pays 15 there. So we have to re-up our $10 pass line, and we have to re-up our change for the green, re-up our $20 home run. So we back up. We marked a 3 in the tracker, and we're staying with the 6-4-6-5. This has been horrendous. Flash back. 6-4-10. That dice had creeped over. It was going to the 6. It was going to the midnight, and it rocked and rolled back. 6-4-10. Our point's going to be 6-4-10. So we went 15 in the field. We lose $10 on the home, 20 on the home run, so we re-up $5. We're back up on the home run. We marked our 10. 10 is our point. We're going 6-4-6-5 on our set. Nice one. Hard 8. Oh crap, what am I doing? Now once I get a point established, I always put this money up. I've been doing it all day, so this money was supposed to have been out there like this. So the hard 8 would pay for the field and the home run. So no harm. No foul. We're going for the 6-4-6-5 again. I'm trying to net these extremes. This dice set last year. That's not going to do it. 6, 4, 6, 5, 5, 2, 7. Lost it. This has been horrendous. That most likely took our SOR into the 7s. Nope, 8.1. But $30 ATS, $10 pass line, and $10 change, and we're going for a $15 field and a $20 horn. That's $35. Right there. I'm going to shoot the 6.465 for the compound. I don't know what's happening here. I cannot get nothing to do. Been in a bad slump lately. These are nice. R10. Left dice exploded. Right dice stayed on axis. R10. So we win 15 here, we lose 20 in the horn, so we have to give them. Let's do it this way. Win 15 there. We have to re-up our horn. So that's a nickel back off of that. Our points of 10. We're playing an iron cross. We've got our 6, 5, 6, and 8. 6, 4, 6, 5. There's a 6, 5 yo. 6, 5 yo is an on axis primary or single pitch, sorry. We win 80 down here. We win 15 here. Re-up our horn. Rack up our 75. Mark the yo. 4, 6, 5, we'll see. That's it out. 5, 6 yo. So that time the left dice exploded. But it did the same thing. It was a 80 down for the horns, $15 on the field, so we racked 75 and we put that 20 back on the horns. And we marked the yo again. 6, 4, 6, 5. All 6s. Out. 3, 5, 8. So this is a double pitch. Double pitch on axis, 3, 5, 8. 30, pace 35. It just ups everything back up. So we need a 9 and a 12. So 6, 4, 6, 5. Out. Hard 4. Left dice imploded. We made a hard 4. Pays 15 there. We got 20 on the horn. We re-up a nickel. Left dice imploded. Right dice stayed on axis. Dice are out. 6, 4, 6, 5, double pitch. Dice out. 8.0. ATS down. Money down. Money down. There's 25. There's 100. I'm gonna go ahead and take that change there. Need some change a little bit. That probably wasn't enough. Gotta get me $15 field, $30 ATS, $20 horn. Take a nickel and change. Now everything's up. The horn's up, the field's up, the fast line's up, the puck's off. You come out. You come out. 6, 4, 6, 5. 6, 4. 6, 5. And the dice said dice should come out 7. Front line winner. $30 ATS back up. Come out 7. Left dice imploded. Three, 5. Left dice imploded again. New points of 5. Lose here. I never put the horn back up. But on the come out 7, I should have lost all this. So I should have to put it back up. So there it is, it's back up. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We're going to put a quarter there. Actually, we're going to put some change. Taking change for the green. So we're going to put 30 there. 6 and 8 for nickel for 30 each. 30 and odds on 5. We're playing the 6 5. We're playing the 6 5. Nice. Nice roll. 6, 4, 6, 5. This time the right dice exploded. Actually, the right dice imploded. The left dice stayed on axis. The left dice stayed on axis. The right dice imploded. 6, 4, 6, 5. Turned to a 3, 3. We have 30 here, so hard checks doesn't cost us anything. We have 30 here, pays 35. Reach and get on. And curl my finger. So 5, 3, 8. Same scenario. The 30 Pace 35. The 35 is going to replace the 20 here and the 50 here. And we're going to stick with the 6.4, 6.5. So that time we have a drift. We had drift. Nice one. 2.2 hardway 4. This time we have an implosion on the left. We have to up a nickel to go with the wind here to cover the horns. Option 4, 6.4, 6.5. That's right. 369. This is an on axis single pitch. 369. We have nothing working on that 9, but we hit 15 here, so we pace 15. We have to up a nickel to cover our horns. 6.4, 6.5. The dice set, nice one out. This time we have a 6.3, 9. So again, the 9 hits in the field. It's not quite enough to pay the horn, so we have to up a nickel. We have to up a nickel to keep the horns up. We do that. 6.4, 6.5. That time the right dice is imploded. Double pitch. Just loss after loss after loss after loss. That's all we can get away from. So we're steadily dropping that SOR down. Midnight Madness, what's going on, my friend? I've been on here for about 2.5 hours and are killing myself. I am killing myself. I cannot do anything. SOR is down below 8. So my throwing, I've been in a slump. I wasn't able to shoot for a week or 8 days or so because I was on the road. This week I come back, I start practicing throwing, and this is like the 3rd day I think. Straight slump, straight garbage. I can't get anything going. I cannot throw. I can't get my throws going. Yeah, it's been terrible. It's been horrendous. So we'll go over here. So 135 rows, 17 7-outs, 9 come-out 7s. Now those gauges are not going to be too accurate because I've changed sets. Let's go here. This is the overall total. So out of 135 rows, 7.9 SOR, 5.2 SRR because of those 9 come-out 7s. The 6 is still the dominant number, with a variety of other 5s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, but I've been switching sets. I've used my 3-2, 3-6 set to try to net my inside numbers, and I've used the cross 6s. I've used the 3V and the cross 6s. So that's why I said over here, the gauges might not actually tell you much because I've used different sets. So just as an overall though, 9 come-out 7s has really put a hurting on my ATS money because I've been putting 30 there. And then those 17 7-outs out of 135 rows. So yeah, I've had a pretty rough. Yeah, I might need to switch, but I've been here for about 2 hours and 20 minutes now. I've done wore myself out now. I'm gonna have to break for a while. I've been shooting 135 rows, And then along with the SOR being below 8, not would just wear myself out, but I frustrated myself. So I don't know. I've tried to adjust my throw. I've tried to adjust my grip. I've tried to adjust my swing. Nothing has seemed to work, and this has been like this for the past. I don't think one day I got to shoot, but 3 days. This is the 3rd day out of 4 this week. 3 out of the past 4 days. One of those days I wasn't able to practice, but 3 of the 4 days I've had just a rough outing. Been in a bad slump. And like I said, not only have I exhausted myself, but I have frustrated myself too. So it's really time for to take a break. Come back maybe later and see if I can shake this slump, because I've been in a slump. I've tried everything. I've tried dice grip, I've tried different dice, I've tried dice throw, I've tried slowing it down, I've tried just a variety of things. The pickup, just different. I don't know, it's just been but yeah, so the all 7 set would probably been working well for me, because that has been one of my major issues, is staying on axis. Definitely. But appreciate you hanging out for a moment, stopping in, and like I said, I've exhausted myself and I have frustrated myself, so I'm going to take a break and maybe I can come back later and have some success. But on that note, Chili from Old Town, and dice her out.